Hi, preschool friends. Welcome to our Bible time today. I'm excited to share with you a story, not only about a miracle that Jesus performed, but about some really great friends. So think about the friends in our classroom. We have some really great ones. You guys are all really sweet and kind to each other. You help each other when you fall down. You pray for each other when you're hurt. It's very sweet. And so I'm excited to share this story about some really great friends who helped out someone in need. So here is our story. In the town of Capernaum, 4 men hurried down the street carrying something very heavy. These men had heard that Jesus was in town, and they had a very important reason to see him. The 4 men, in such a hurry to see Jesus, were carrying a friend, a man who couldn't stand up or couldn't walk. He wasn't able to work or to feed himself. He was helpless. All he could do was lie on his mat day after day while others waited on him and carried him places. He had no hope of ever walking or moving about. Now, can you think of a Bible story that we heard earlier this school year about a man who was not able to walk and was healed by Jesus? It was a man by the pool. Remember, Jesus came and visited the pool and healed that man. And do you remember what he told that man? He told him to take up your mat, roll it up, and walk home. And that's just what happened. It was a miracle. Let's hear what happened with this guy. But this poor, helpless man had 4 wonderful friends who believed Jesus could heal him. They ran to him and excitedly said, "Jesus, the great healer is in town. You have got to see him. He can heal you. We are sure of it." The helpless man said, "You know that's impossible. I can't go to see Jesus. I can't even walk to get there. Oh, how I wish there was some way I could get to Jesus." The 4 friends talked it over and determined that somehow they would get that sick man to see Jesus. One of them said, "I have an idea." "What is it?" the other 3 asked. "All 4 of us are strong and healthy. We can pick up our friend and carry him on his bed to Jesus. We'll put him down right at the feet of Jesus." The 4 men agreed and were excited to take their crippled friend to see Jesus. So the 4 friends carried him to the house where Jesus was teaching. When the 4 friends arrived at the house where Jesus was teaching, they saw that the house was completely filled with people, and the yard was full of people. Those who couldn't get inside of the house were outside in the yard. How would they ever get their friend in to see Jesus? They asked some people, "Will you please let us by so we can get our crippled friend to Jesus?" But nobody wanted to move or let them by. "Don't worry," the 4 men said to their friend. "We have another plan. We are not going to give up." On the outside of the house were steps leading up to the flat roof. The 4 friends picked up the crippled man in his bed and carried him right up the stairs and onto the flat roof of the house. Up on the roof, they laid their crippled friend. Then they stooped down on their knees, which meant they bent over, and began lifting out tiles off of the roof. First, they made a small hole in the roof, then a large one, and finally the hole was big enough to lower the crippled man and his bed right down into the house. They tied ropes to each corner of the crippled man's bed, slowly letting him down right in front of Jesus. Jesus looked at the crippled man and had compassion on him. Jesus knew that the 4 friends had believed that Jesus could heal their crippled friend. Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your bed, for you are healed." Rise, take up your bed, for you are healed. That's what he said to the man by the pool. He told him to rise and roll up his mat and go home. What do you think happened? Do you think that the same type of miracle happened to this crippled man, like the man at the pool? You are right. That is exactly what happened. Immediately, the crippled man's body gained strength, and he felt strong enough to get up and to walk. The people standing around were amazed that Jesus could heal the crippled man. Many of them believed that Jesus is God. And they also admired the 4 friends who were determined to get their friend to Jesus. The crippled man jumped up. His legs and body were healed. He rolled up his mat that he used for a bed and put it under his arm. He pushed his way through the crowd to join his 4 friends. That day, he went home a healed man. Wow, it was say it with me, preschool, miracle. The people did not know what to think. Some were afraid, and all were amazed. Many praised God for what they had seen that day. They said to each other, "We have never seen anything like that before." The 4 men who showed their friendship to the crippled man were overjoyed with thanksgiving. They were so glad that they had brought their friend to see Jesus. Do you have friends who need to know about Jesus? You can tell them about Jesus so he can be their friend too. We've talked a lot throughout the school year about praying that for friends and family. And we've learned that God created the Bible. And he created the Bible because he wanted us to learn more about him. And not only learn more about him and get to know him, but to share and tell others about him. Maybe you could think of somebody that you could call today with your family to tell them about the wonderful story and about the wonderful miracles that you've learned that Jesus has performed. Oh boy, do I miss you guys so much. I'm enjoying getting to see you guys through our Zoom chats. It's been so much fun for Miss Nikki and I to get to see you. It's been fun, you guys showing us some fun things around your house. So keep it up. We'll keep meeting every week. And hopefully, we'll be able to get back to school and have some normal days. But before we go, I wanted to teach you guys a new memory verse, okay? So this verse comes from Philippians 4, verse 13. I'm going to say that again. Philippians 4, verse 13. And here's how it goes. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4, verse 13. You want to hear it again? Philippians 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You can. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You know, that means we can make it through this time at home away from each other. We just need to trust and believe that God is in control because he is. Our God is in control. All right, preschool friends, I love you. I miss you. Until next time.